Hook. Imagine owning a guitar that's practically a piece of rock history, then watching it go from auction block to the stage, becoming alive again through a modern performance. What if I told you the same instrument can now travel through time, from Jerry Garcia's Tiger to Derek Trucks' hands, right in front of a Beacon Theater crowd? Let's unpack how a $11.5 million treasure becomes a living instrument of sound. Context setup. Jerry Garcia's Tiger guitar just changed hands at Christie's for a staggering $11.5 million, joining a roster of legendary instruments that blur the line between memorabilia and tool. The new owner, Bobby Zeitlin of Family Guitars, frames this as a living collection, not a trophy display, but something that's meant to be played, heard, and experienced. That framing matters because it reframes value, not just historical significance, but ongoing musical utility and cultural resonance. Main breakdown. Idea 1. What makes Tiger so valuable? First, its provenance is spotless, a direct link to Garcia, a symbol of a formative era in American music. But the value isn't only nostalgia. It represents a bridge between generations of players who interpret, reinterpret, and extend a guitar's voice. This is not a static artifact. It's a vessel for new music, a reminder that history lives where artists pick up the instrument and respond to the moment. Personally, I think the true price tag captures both the mystique of Garcia and the instrument's potential to spark fresh performances rather than simply sit in a case. Commentary. The market for iconic guitars is a blend of rarefied branding and real-time sonic potential. When a buyer promises to keep it playable, you're acknowledging that instruments aren't frozen. Sound evolves as they circulate. What makes this really interesting is watching the object become a collaborative partner in live music again, not a fossil. Interpretation. If Tiger can inspire a current guitarist to improvise, that adds a dynamic layer to its value. It's not just, "Look, Garcia's guitar," but, "Watch this guitar contribute to a new moment on stage." Reflection. This raises a deeper question about ownership and stewardship in the modern music economy. Are we buying history, or buying a tool that will keep history alive? The answer, in practice, might be a bit of both. Main breakdown. Idea 2. The Tiger's debut under Derek Trucks at the Beacon Theater. Trucks used Tiger on multiple songs spanning blues, rock, and Americana. Blind Willie McTell's Statesboro Blues, Willie the Pimp, Frank Zappa, Angel from Montgomery, John Prine, and Garcia's own Sugaree. This moment isn't a simple cover. It's a reinterpretation, a new artist reskinning a legendary instrument with his own phrasing and sensibility. Commentary. Trucks isn't just playing a famous guitar. He's negotiating its legacy with his own voice. Each song becomes a dialogue with Garcia's era while pushing the Tiger's tone into today's sonic landscape. In my opinion, that's what makes this story compelling. History is not a museum exhibit here. It's a living jam session. Interpretation. The choice of songs matters. It shows the guitar's flexibility. Delta blues, experimental rock, and singer-songwriter tunes all accommodated by a single instrument. This underlines a broader trend, high-value instruments becoming dynamic conduits for cross-genre storytelling. Reflection. People often misunderstand auctions as endpoints. This demonstrates that the real journey begins when the instrument returns to the stage, recontextualized, reinterpreted, re-energized. Main breakdown. Idea 3. The broader market moment. Gilmore's Black Strat sells for $14.5 million. The Tiger isn't the most expensive guitar of the week, but the juxtaposition is telling. Two icons, two different sonic legacies, two moments of revival through performance. And yet both demonstrate that the market values living relevance alongside historical significance. Commentary. When famous guitars move between owners and into public performance, they reinforce the idea that guitars are active participants in culture, not just collectibles. For fans, it's thrilling to hear a classic instrument breathe again in a contemporary setting. Interpretation. The price spread shows a healthy appetite for provenance and playability alike. It signals collectors and artists that you don't have to shelve a treasure. You can actively contribute to its ongoing legend. Reflection. What this really suggests is a broader trend. Instruments as collaborative art pieces. Ownership becomes stewardship for a living tradition, rather than static reverence. Deeper insight. The living collection concept matters beyond guitars. It speaks to a shift in how rare artifacts are managed in the digital age, owned, archived, but continuously activated through performance, collaboration, and reinterpretation. The story of Tiger and Tiger's return to the stage with Trucks exemplifies how ownership can be a catalyst for ongoing creation rather than a terminal chapter. Closing thought. If you take a step back, this isn't just about instrument value. It's a commentary on how culture preserves itself. Through performance, through shared moments, and through daring owners who let these tools keep speaking. The Tiger guitar is more than wood and strings. It's a living baton handed from Garcia to Trucks, and now, potentially, to future players who will push its boundaries. What instrument would you like to see revived and reshaped in a modern duo or band setting? Share your pick and imagine the conversations that could spark on stage. End screen prompt. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe for more culture and multure breakdowns, and tell me which legendary instrument you want to see reimagined next. Until next time, keep listening closely because history is playing right now.